never be afraid again. Say my name. Say my name. And every coordinate, we are shining. And we will never be afraid again. Say my
Welcome back, guys. We're in the shed and we've got burnouts coming up in a couple of weeks. Been a while since I've been on here, sorry. Got back off holiday. Been doing a bit around home, trying to get the shed up. Got the slab down, which I might show you some footage in this video. But yeah, so we've got burnouts coming up in 2 weeks in Leighton. So it's Burnout Mayhem and we've got a lot of shit to do. I'm just on my lunch break. I'm just down here. I'm going to just visualize some stuff, so I'm not going to really do a great deal. We have an Astra pump here, so bit the bullet and got one, and I've worked out I should have done it when I done that. The only problem people have with these, sometimes like when you're steering too quick they'll give way, but a lot of people hook them up wrong, wire them up wrong. So wire them up the right way and they should yeah, should be right. Also got this, which was gonna go on the ute, which I thought I might just add in just to get rid of the standard overflow there. It might fit down there somewhere. I'll work that out, but might as well utilize it. I might also look into redesigning this because I'm not too sure it's breathing too well. So I'll look into that and see what I'm going to do there. I'm not too sure. I was going to maybe just put some filters on here, but then I didn't want it to leak down and catch fire. Not too sure yet, but I do want to revise that because I'm not too sure that's doing too good a job. It's only a cheap half-assed thing. I've actually never even pulled it off since I put it on there to check anything, so I do need to look into that. But yeah, so the car's going to be having a bit of a hard time because I'm skidding it, the missus is skidding it, and my dad's skidding it, so it'll be triple entered. So yeah, bit of luck, it'll go all right. I did also want to have a look at relocating the battery, but I'm not sure if I have time now. I do need to look into something like electric water pump or something. I'm hoping maybe this better overflow might actually help the cooling system a lot better, because it's just that plastic one and it does pop off all the time. I'm not too sure if it's working efficiently, so might look into that. And I'm not too sure, maybe that breather, I'm not too sure if that might have a bit of a reason why it's getting hot as well. Like, it's not getting super hot, but it is, like, just as you're coming off the pad, it is getting a bit hot. I might see if I can get these fans to come on earlier, or I don't know, something, work out something. Just, yeah, revise everything over the next couple of weeks on it. Everything's going to be somewhere along the lines like this, so I'm going to have that overflow in there. I'm a bit worried because I am putting a fair bit of stuff in front, like a couple things in front of the radiator, which, like, I'm not fully happy about blocking the airflow. Like that there blocks a bit, and then the pump blocks a bit. I've seen people put the pumps there, but to me it just looks like it's going to sit too low, and it's going to be a prick to check the reservoir. Whereas at least if I sit it down here, I can reach my arm down here and check the reservoir. But But yeah, so I think I'll put it there. I'll have to look into modifying the bracket, maybe get it sit a bit lower and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's where it's going to go. And yeah, I'm going to try and work out to get that reservoir there, because like this other, I've got the standard one in there. Fair enough, it holds a lot more water, which probably be good, but I don't think it's too efficient, like popping this off all the time, and there's no yeah, it's just not fully airtight and things like that. So I'm going to chop this bracket off here so I can get it down lower and see what else I need to modify. Maybe this one here needs to get chopped off and come out flat, but I'll chop this one off first so I can get it lower and get more of an idea of how it's going to go in there. So I've worked out, I closed the bonnet and there's plenty of gap above it, so I think I'm going to cut this away just flush to there. So I'm going to grab the grinder and just cut that away, just so I can get this over a little bit and maybe have it sitting right there. And then I could nearly make a bracket straight off the radiator to there for it, so and that way I don't have to put bolts through the radiator or anything like that. Should be a lot easier, hopefully. I might even be able to make a slip so it just slips down into it and a couple bolts through it, or cable tie or something like that. But I'll cut this out of the way and work that out. So it's the next day now. I'll just sitting this in here. I've cut and made some brackets. For now, I know I gotta probably do a little bit more modifying. I'm not too sure if that's where I'm going to sit it or not. This little lip here is a bit annoying, but they won't just hold it, so I'll have to, I'm debating whether I put one coming off the back there, or if I just stabilise it by like extending these out that way. Yeah, something like that. I'm just not 100% sure just yet what I'm doing. Just have a bit of a look at it and go from there. So I've come up with a little plan. I've hammered this down where it needed to be. I've marked out where this is going to go. A couple marks either side. So there will go. Flush with the edge, like so. Try a little bit. I'm showing you, so it doesn't really matter. And I've test fitted to see if I can bolt the bracket down and then put the pump in, because my theory was that I wasn't going to be able to get the pump in, because I was going to put a bracket here just so it stabilised a little bit, but I wasn't sure if that's under the pump and I wouldn't have been able to get to a bolt easily if that was the case. But I now know that I can bolt this down without putting the pump in, and then put the pump in after. So I'm just going to make a little foot, the same as these two, off here. Drill some holes in them. Then yeah, the other foot will be like about here. So that'll work. So slight change of plans now. I pulled the old pump off and I've looked into it. Instead of mounting it here, that overflow will still mount there, kind of mount it under here. Just, I don't want too much heat and blocking the radiator as much, because I need to keep it as cool as possible, because it does run a little bit hot. Probably need to get a new radiator soon. So I'm going to run it here, and I'm going to have a hole, just cut a hole out to check the oil level. So it's going to sit up under here, which it fits nicely. I'll try and see if I can half mount it up there. So up in there somewhere like so, and then try and make a bracket to mount it, and then have the cap just sticking through or just under, one of the two, and maybe just under, that way I can maybe put a cap over it so you don't see it, something like that. In there it goes. I've just got this plate mocked up. That's how the bracket will be. So just about to tack weld it And then I'll have to take it home and check to see if it's going to be right, and yeah, go from there. Sorry guys, I've been stuck into a bit of work. Took me forever to bloody drill through this fucking thick plate. Nearly burned the drill out, it got hot, had to let it rest. But anyway, I'm through, and I've just put one bolt in. I've gotten it tight, and I'm going to put the pump in. Hopefully I can get the pump in. I should be able to. Going to put the pump in and just see how it fits up here. I've cut this away. It is separated from here, which hasn't made it too flexible, but I'm not too sure what I'm going to do, because that's a bit funny right there. But I'm working that out. I made a bracket for this. It's got to drill a hole for it, so it will go there and there. So mount there, and then top of you mount it there like so. So I'm going to try and get all this done, what I'm doing tonight, and then yeah, I've been working out what belt I need. I bought I pulled the tensioner pulley off here, and the bearings were bugging in it, so I went to go replace the bearings, went to push it out with the press, and turns out you can't get the bearings out, so I cracked that one. Before I cracked that one, I bought a new one of them to go where this pulley goes, which is a smooth pulley. So now I've got to buy another one to go at the top. So, and then there's no belts in town, so I've had to order a belt. And yeah, so I'll get these other holes drilled and get back to you. So I got the ones I could get with the rattle gun, and I'm just going to do the rest up by hand. But it looks good, sitting there, and that's where the bolts come through in the chassis. And then this will be sitting over in front of it, blocking it, so you won't see any of that. So my reasoning for wanting to mount this on this side now, I'll just show you. As you can see, I got it all mounted there. She's nice and solid. Is on a slight angle because the chassis is on an angle, but that's okay. Mounts right. Can still get the filler out with the headlight in, which is good. But the main reason I wanted to mount it here is so I didn't have to get hoses fully made up again. So that there, which already reaches there, which I have to just cut down, is the return hose. So it comes and mounts straight up. Now, the high pressure hose usually comes up behind the alternator there. So it runs from there, across there, and I have now bent it, which it probably needs a little bit of massaging just to get it in the right exact spot that I want it. But I've bent it around up there and to here, which then obviously I might need to give it a little bit more of a bend. But that now allows me to get a bit of a flexi hose, maybe a right angle on that flexi hose, and then straight onto this fitting here. So I don't have to stuff around running new lines. I know these factory lines work good. The only thing I'm thinking about is I've been told that you need to run a cooler. So I'm debating, this is hooked into the return line, so I'm debating whether I delete and run this, or whether I get another cooler. And if I do get a cooler, I was thinking maybe one with a fan on it, and I can put that on the gearbox with the fan on it, and then put this one here as just on the other side here as the power steering one. So still a little bit to debate there, but anyway, I got this all mounted in. This is loose, but that's going to stay loose for now. I'll probably have to come back out again so I can do a bit of tidying up. But yeah, so slowly coming together. So I've now just mounted the overflow. This cap, I would have liked to actually come a little bit higher with it, but it's there now. This cap is a little bit tight to get on and off, so I'll have to put some grease on the O-ring or something, so it's a little bit easier. but hopefully this hose, which is somewhere here, be able to pull back through. So I've just went to close the bonnet and somehow that is hitting when it wasn't hitting the other day, which is a bit weird. Yeah, maybe I had the cap on it and everything, so I don't know what. Oh, sorry. Bolts. Now I've scratched all up in there, dickhead. Put that back on. So I've got this sitting just a tad too high and it's just hitting the bonnet. So might elongate those holes a little bit. Not now, but over the weekend or something. Elongate those holes a little bit and just get that down a little bit. I didn't want it down further because it's now tight to get this on and off, but should be right. I pulled this, I had this off, I emptied that, and it was just clear liquid, so I don't know if it's condensation with water, but it smelled crazy like E85. Not sure if it's the whole thing, like, it wasn't real full, but just like that little bit there. Just, yeah, full of liquid, not oil. It just smelt bad of E85, but I'm wondering if it might have been condensation, so like water, and then just had like the E85 smell in it, or if it was fully E85, not too sure, but I've got this lowered down now. I had to lower it down a little bit. It was hitting on the bonnet, but I also realised that the bonnet slightly sits up, but I went and bought another pulley, so we got another rib pulley there, another rib pulley there. When I get the belt, I'll show you guys what I've done to delete this. Just got to get another bolt for there, which I'll show you when I get the belt, what I've had to do there. That's the washer for that. Just quickly wiped over everything quickly. I'm about to lift it up and just quickly have a look at these gearbox lines, because I'm going to either replace the section of them or just put heat shielding over them. Either way, I'm putting heat shield over it, but I'm not sure if I should replace them and then put some heat shielding. The terminals weren't very crash hot on this, so I've got another one. I've just twisted them together. That's for the alternator wire. I'm just gonna put a new terminal on it and put it back down there. Cable tied around here. And I also there's a heap of oil everywhere. I want to give it a good degrease and clean everything off. Just, I don't want to have any fires or anything like that. It's now Monday, still got all this stuff to do. And there's three of us driving it, so me, Taya, the missus, and the old man. So, I just found out today we get 2 skids each, so that's 6 skids that the car's going to be doing within a couple hour time frame. And then if one of us make the finals, whatnot, there's another skid, another 2 skids, whatever, another 3, whatever. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty hard on the car, so I just want to make sure everything's right. Like, just don't want any fires or anything like that. Don't want a hose to come off. Don't want any little dramas, because we're pushing for time to get in and out, so. But yeah, no, it should be a good day anyway. So I just went around and done a little bit of tidying up, taping up some wires. There was a loose earth there, that one there, tighten that up. Taped up a little bit there, cable tied that against there, same there. Just neaten it all up. This hose was starting to rub through there, so I cable tied that up out of the way. Yeah, just a few little things just to help out in the long run. So my fitting arrived, so that's the fitting there. Did have the pack around here somewhere, it's not there. So that's the fitting there, which adapts straight onto that. But this is all just loose at the moment. And I got this high pressure hose just made up. I did have it so the right angle was down here and the straight was up there, but it was a bit tight. So I've now just turned that around and it seems to be 10 times better. So I think that's the way it'll stay. Return will go up here somewhere. Obviously nice and neatly. And yeah. Notice today that there is like bouncing off the balancer there. So we've got a P-clamp. I'm going to bring this wiring up and bolt it into that hole there, which is the old power steering pump hole, and that should keep it away from it. I've got the P-clamp on just around that there, and I thought, sure as shit, it's going to be a prick to find a bolt. Go to my bolts tin and found the perfect little stumpy bolt. I think I actually pulled that out of over here last night, I'm not too sure. So that's my only drama. I'll have to drill out the hole on the P-clamp so it fits. Because that screws in, I can get a good grip on it. That screws in there, perfect. Yeah. So I'll just file or drill that out. I think the drill actually has a flat battery and no charger here, so file this out, get it to fit. So I've just pulled the car out and I'm just going to drop the water because I've got some new stuff. Apparently this stuff is pretty good. 1 load of this makes 20 litres, so I'm going to drop that stuff and I'm going to use this stuff. So I just had Brett come around and wire up the pump. So all the wires are run. For starters, when we first bought it off a bloke in Sydney, and he'd had all these wires around the wrong way. So I had 2 connected together which weren't meant to be connected together. And the difference is when they're connected together, it takes forever for the pump to build up and also takes forever for the pump to shut off. So we stripped back the wires and Brett fixed it all back up. Ran an ignition wire over there, jumps in over there. Ran a power wire to the back of the alternator for a big fuse here, and also ran a wire off that runs off the battery light. So it only comes on when the car's started. So as soon as that car starts, as soon as the battery light goes out, that's when that gets power, and this pump starts up instantly, just instantly like that. And as soon as the key turns off, instantly it shuts off. So, which is good, that's how I wanted it. I'm not running a cooler on it. I've just got it running through the factory pipe here that runs in front of the radio. Hopefully that should be enough. The fans are drawing a bit, so hopefully it cools it down enough. Time will tell, I guess. Still easy, just put the headlight back in. Still easy to fill it up. Hand can get straight down there, undo it, top it up nice and easy. Yeah, so I'm just starting to put all this back together, put all the front back on. I drained the coolant out and I mixed up some coolant. And I've put it in, but I've got to make sure it's bled properly. I'm going to try and put all this back together and then quickly change the oil. And then, yeah, start finishing some little things off. Checking over everything, going over every hose. I do need to get a couple more of these because they're split. I don't want them failing on us. I've got to get the springs out of the VZ that I got out at home. Put these ones that I got in here, which I just took out of here, to put in here so I could roll it forward. Put them in the one out at home, bring the other ones in, and I bought a new battery for the other car, so bring that in and put it in here so we don't have this big one here. But yeah, it's all piecing together finally after a few stressful days and a stressful week. Just got the car outside, just gonna quickly give it a vacuum because far out she's not looking the best. Just from having rims with rubber just sitting in here and stuff like that. Wire sitting in here, doesn't need a bag. I like to keep that bag in there in case it's raining and I've got a bag to put over there. Air filter, we don't need 2 of them. A rag, get a bag in there. bottle. Hey, his helmet. It's a late night here in the shed, 9:30. It's Wednesday, and I gotta get loaded up because I'm gonna take work tomorrow, so I can pressure wash all under it. And I'm busy tomorrow, Arvo, so I can't do anything. And then Zach is gonna come detail it. No Limits Custom Detailing. He'll be down on Friday. We're gonna give it a detail, so I've got to get 99% of the stuff done tonight, so I can get it on the trailer, wash it, and all that. So I'm just changing oil at the moment. Still come out nice and golden. Still got a little bit of like E85 smell, but that's obviously running 85. It's obviously going to be normal. It's vapors are going to be in everywhere. But yeah, so just about to put this plug back in, pull the oil filter off, and start changing oil and stuff. So it's Saturday morning. I'm just about to leave. Zach come around and detailed the car. I've checked over a few things, just got everything ready. So got the missus car there, we can drive that over as well. And Dad's going to tow this over. So yeah. We're over in Leeton, getting ready for the burnouts. We've unloaded the car, got the car scrutineered, and I just need to get some more oil. I've got no spare oil, and I just want to put a little bit more in just to make sure, because it's triple-ended and just, yeah, it's going to get a bit of a workout, so I just want to get some more just to make sure, so. So there's two cars in front, I'm just about to go up to my skid. Bit nervous, but should be right. That's okay, it's skid now. It's about to go. Car stayed good for me. Didn't get hot.
Give me some blue ones, and this is what I've got there. Because there's none in Woggy, I've got some water there.
I didn't get mine from eBay.
Jesus Christ, sweaty nuts in it.
Oh.
Good on you, Mackie. Get out of there.
Yeah. You just sharp.
About 30 cars. Didn't want to do this one. Stay away from that. Pardon?
Maybe.
I don't know.
So it's Monday now. I've just unloaded off the trailer. She's very filthy, but I cannot be happier with how it went. We done next to zero maintenance on the car. The car did not get hot at all throughout the day, running that new coolant. Sorry, we done one belt and it didn't fully chew the belt. The other belt just lifted up onto this edge here. And I thought, oh, I don't want to push it, so put another belt on it. Had a spare, so got that onto it. But other than that, just unreal. This new overflow setup's working absolutely mint. It's just pushing all the nice hot steam out there. I don't think it's pushing much water out. We are filling it up a little bit every now and then after every skid, but not too much. But it's just nicely pushing the steam out there. Just the whole cooling system on it just worked absolutely unreal. Was super happy with it. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm just super proud of the car. It done 8 sets of tyres in one day, like back to back to back. It just got absolutely hammered and it just took it like a champ. The poor old back end copped it a fair bit. I didn't really notice it till now, but none of us hit any walls, but just from the abuse from the tyre slap. So that's dented that whole guard up, pulled that in there. That's now rubbing on the tyre. Yeah, she's had a fair bit of a go, so maybe a little bit of hammering down I might have to do before Bathurst. Just gonna wing it by before Bathurst. Don't want to do a real lot because there's not a real lot that needs to be done. See, it's cracked this side here. up there. Clean it up, change the oil. Yeah, might just fix that back quarter a little bit. And yeah, before Bathurst. But I can't be any more happy with how it went. So, bit of update on under the car. We must have ran over a bit of wire just on that last burnout. And it's just wrapped itself around a bit of fencing or something. There was a little bit on this side, but I pulled off. I'd snapped all the rubber, snapped my brake lines off there. Oh yeah, that was there. But yeah. And I need to weld another plate on here. My plate's working good, but yeah, I've just got to weld another plate on there because she's worn her right down. Because I'm just dragging the arse all the way to the pits, and because our pits were so far away, it just kept dragging its ass. But everything else looks like it's held up. These hoses held up well. I think I'll get some more of this heat stuff and do a better job with it. Maybe some better quality stuff and get some wide band clamps. So anyway, I'm going to leave the video there. Give a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be a tidy up before Bathurst. So tidy up and a bit of maintenance, and yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next video.